A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant and alarming development, the Trump administration has taken steps that could hinder public access to crucial scientific assessments regarding climate change impacts across the United States. Earlier this month, major government websites that previously hosted the national climate assessments, which are peer-reviewed and legally mandated, became unavailable. These assessments are essential for informing state and local governments and the general public about the potential consequences of a warming planet and strategies for adaptation. Initially, the White House announced that NASA would be responsible for hosting these critical reports, a move that was intended to comply with a 1990 law requiring the dissemination of such information. However, on Monday, NASA abruptly reversed its plans, stating that it would not host the data from the assessments. NASA Press Secretary Bethany Stevens clarified in an email that the U.S. Global Change Research Program, USGCRP, the agency overseeing the reports, had fulfilled its legal obligations by presenting the reports to Congress. Consequently, NASA would not be providing access to the globalchange.gov data, which includes vital information about climate change impacts. This decision has raised concerns among climate scientists and advocates. Katherine Hayhoe, a Texas Tech climate scientist and chief scientist at the Nature Conservancy, emphasized the importance of these reports, stating, "This document was written for the American people, paid for by the taxpayers, and it contains vital information we need to keep ourselves safe in a changing climate." She highlighted the tragic consequences of climate change that have been increasingly evident in recent years. Former Obama White House science advisor John Holdren expressed his outrage at the administration's actions, accusing it of attempting to censor or obscure the findings of climate assessments. He described the administration's approach as a form of misdirection, initially providing a false sense of reassurance about the availability of the reports, only to retract that assurance shortly thereafter. Holdren criticized the administration for not wanting the public to access scientifically validated information about the effects of climate change on agriculture, forestry, fisheries, and extreme weather events. Holdren argued that understanding the impacts of climate change is essential for individuals and communities, particularly those who may be more vulnerable to its effects. The latest climate report, released in 2023, underscored that climate change poses risks to security, health, and livelihoods across the nation, disproportionately affecting minority communities, including Native Americans. The removal of these reports from public access raises significant questions about transparency and accountability in government communication regarding climate change. As the nation grapples with the realities of a changing climate, the need for accessible and reliable information has never been more critical. The implications of this decision could have far-reaching effects on public awareness and policy-making related to climate adaptation and mitigation efforts. In conclusion, the Trump administration's recent actions to limit access to essential climate assessments have sparked a heated debate among scientists, policymakers, and the public. The importance of these reports cannot be overstated, as they provide critical insights into the ongoing and future impacts of climate change on communities across the United States. As the situation develops, it remains to be seen how this decision will influence public understanding and response to one of the most pressing issues of our time. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.